shop, a person will come to you, say take that off, spit at you, push you. They think it's acceptable, follow you out of the shop. I've had an attack on the bus. You know, I've had an attack. Train station, where train station trying to take my neck off.
This is so public.
And then they try to push me into the rails.
Content over everything.
Into the yeah. With
The
my
actual,
daughter.
what the actual
Nothing, people. This is the thing. One brother, subhanAllah, he waited until like the guy was trying to fight me and push me, and when he got up, subhanAllah, he picked him up and he threw him off the train. And what happened was, I was then told to come off the train. So I came off the train because I'd done the alarm. When I came off the train went and they left. It was just me and him and my daughter. So he charged us and tried to throw us onto the.
Was there anyone help? Is there no help?
No. So
everyone's too scared, isn't it?
People don't care.
People don't care. How did the court deal with it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. How's the court?
So basically, I had a trial.
Yeah.
So that I had to give my witness statement.
Because CCTV footage, innit?
There was none.
There was none.
There was none.
There was none.
There was none. But there was one. They brought the bus driver.
They don't
He
want
was a witness.
Yeah, they don't want
Yeah.
to.
Well, no. The one was the bus driver. He witnessed it. I got a conviction. They got guilty.
What is the
all my
conviction?
court cases.
What is the conviction?
So basically,
What's
they
the class
got
then?
suspended sentences. None of them got custodials. They got suspended sentence, but it's a criminal
criminal charge. But what did he actually get? Is it from?
So it's called aggravated, aggravated racial assault, aggravated racial verbal abuse. Because obviously it starts with verbal abuse, and then it continues on to a physical altercation.
This is what I'm saying.
For years, doing a project.
Sorry.
Yeah, so there's all been suspended sentences, but subhanAllah, alhamdulillah, what happens is that person then won't pass their DBS if they want to work, because it's a physical assault.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so when you physically assaulted somebody, one woman, she actually worked for the city, she was a middle class woman. She asked me to take my veil off on the bus, I said no, she tried to rip it off, I stood up, she tried to rip it off
You
the
know what's
second time.
crazy? Why do it's like
She said,
why?
yeah, she said she's in England, she's English, she has the right
English,
to tell me to take my face off, my terrorist.
So
I'm not
okay,
gonna blow
now
up.
you take it.
Yeah. She said to me, I don't think you don't have the right to wear it, take it off.
So who's she though?
It's legal.
No, it's not illegal here. So then I followed her, called the police, I followed her, the police came, she got arrested, she got charged, and...
She wasn't drunk, nothing?
She was a little bit tipsy, because normally a lot of people...
I had a feeling she had a little bit of dust
Yeah,
courage.
their confidence comes
She
out.
had a little bit of dust courage.
Yeah,
I knew it. She had that.
So,
no one just, just...
honestly, she sat next to me.
She's been in class.
She sat next
so
to
she
me.
got a bit of like, let me get a little,
She sat next to me, she was like, oh, you a terrorist? And I was like, oh, of course, I can't bother.
Yeah.
I said, not today. She went, oh, you're going to blow up. And I was like, no, I'm not going to blow up.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
That's always been in their heart, but now she's got a little bit of drinking that in there.
So then she went bang, she tried to pull it down. Because it's tied at the back, it doesn't come down. So I was like, what are you doing? I stood up, I said, how dare you? So she pulled it.
Yeah, exactly.
Even like where I live.
So I said, I'm not having this. I went to the bus driver, told him to call the
See
police.
them coming out of nowhere.
He pressed the alarm, because in this country, the bus drivers have an alarm. So when they press the alarm, the police come within 3 minutes. But she opened the door and she ran out. Now, I've had training with police because I've worked with them before in terms of I've trained police how to deal with women in the Vail. Yeah. So I've done like training sessions with the police. To sort of teach them about culture and how it works within the pub.
What do you mean solution?
This is
Solution. I think education is why I come. Talk to the people, educate them, break barriers, do awareness, and just let people know that we're here to stay, we're human beings at the end of the day. You don't have a right to attack me, you don't have a right to tell me how to dress, because if a person's a goth, they can be a goth.
But at the end of the day, like, everyone wears different things, so like,
That's what I'm
when
saying.
a woman's wearing half-naked stuff, why is that normality like it?
I mean, what would happen if it was the other way around? If I turned around to her and said to her, I don't like the fact that I can see your legs. Yeah?
Exactly.
And then hit her.
Yes.
Never trust police in this country. Honest.
Of course, but
never trust.
You have to.
Sometimes
You
you
have to
at the same time, because then we're gonna like.
I had a choice. I could have assaulted her back.
I know. But
Got into
never
physical altercation because you know what? I have got hands. Or call the police. So I decided to call the police.
You've been alone that time.
I was alone. Yeah.
That's
Called the
fine.
police.
for a sister, brother, it's a bit different.
But I have to. But I'm alone a lot of the times. Do you understand me? So I have called the police many times, and out of those times, I've had 3 convictions.
You know when the police come, what?
Do you know this is the funny thing? The first time when the police came with the lady that pulled my veil off, they weren't really having it. They were like, oh, before they even spoke to her, they were like, you know what?
It's not gonna go
It's not going to go
nowhere.
nowhere. There's no
Yeah,
way
it's
it's
not
your
gonna
word
go
against
nowhere.
hers.
Just leave it alone.
She embarrassed herself because she started going, I'm English. I'm British.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's a man. I don't know if she's a woman. I
And
have the
also,
right.
well, what do you mean? Why did she care anyway?
So she
You're a
actually
man or
admitted
woman?
that she assaulted me. So she goes, I have the right to rip that thing. So then the guy was like, right, you're under arrest. So he put handcuffs on her, put her in the van, took me to the station. So basically, yeah, she confessed and she said what she did. And then she got
She actually
charged.
Consider taking it off because of the experience.
That's funny,
I
that
get
is.
this question a lot. No.
No,
No,
It's
no.
good.
Do you know why? Because at the end of the day, I feel like when I wasn't practicing, I had cultural norms I went against. Yeah. So I dressed how I wanted. I didn't dress like a typical Moroccan girl. So therefore, I was like, I've always been a strong person. I dress
Yeah,
how
yeah.
I want. So when I started practicing, I decided to dress this way. So no one's going to tell me what to do. Do you understand me? And force me. Like if it became illegal, I would probably try to leave the country.
Try to leave
Yeah,
the
I
country.
would leave. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's like I would then feel oppressed.
Reaching
yeah,
your, like-
and it's
I think in the Netherlands it's in public places.
yeah, France, Belgium, a lot of
Yeah,
countries,
France is worse,
Denmark.
yeah.
You know, it's like I can't go. I won't go there. You
Yeah.
know, but if I decided, like, say I wanted to get a different job, or I felt like it's time for me to take it off because I'm getting older now, then I'll take it off.
It's your own
It'd be my
decision.
decision. Yeah. Do you understand? So maybe like in 5 years' time, I will take it off. I will be a bit older, and I think you know what? That's it. You know, alhamdulillah, I think that a part of my beauty has maybe gone down, and I feel like I can take it off. Or maybe, like I said, maybe I got unwell, maybe get asthma, whatnot, and I feel like it's my decision. I'm gonna take it off, and I would walk down the street without it with no shame.
Do you know a lot of sisters have been through the same situation?
Oh yeah.
A lot.
The thing is, majority of us don't call the police.
And there isn't like an organization.
There is an organisation called Tell Mama.
No?
Tell Mama, and what they do is they basically document all the racial assaults from men and women, but they don't do anything about it. They're just statistics. Yeah.
And we live in London too. So what's happening is sisters like
Yeah, alhamdulillah, I try.
living in
I try.
Yeah, that's the thing.
places which are quite
Was it
rural.
last year that woman that was pregnant
get it?
and then she got kicked? She was wearing hijab and she got kicked in her stomach.
Yeah.
And unfortunately her babies died. So this is like one of the reasons as to why I feel safe in London for now.
Yeah.
And I would not feel comfortable to actually move to
again,
these
it
places
comes, and we're just
where
talking to you,
places are dominant.
and that's what you've been through. So how much
No,
things
lots,
have gone through
lots,
to a lot of
lots.
sisters,
So
you know.
many.
People been slapped, people been
Do you
punched.
feel like
Slap.
when you went to court there was a bit of bias in court?
Do you know what? Because at first, one of them was a mistrial because the jury couldn't come to an agreement. So I had to do for that one case. I had to go to trial twice. And yeah, the jury were obviously believed. Half the jury believed me, and half that believed her. So there was
So
a
was
mistrial.
no CCTV again in it, no footage in it, nothing.
There's never any fault. One guy had a knife.
Okay, what about the woman? Wow.
Yeah, he followed me. He was in Kilburn High Road, and he was like, effing Muslim, blah blah, take that shit off
Are
your
you
face.
married,
da, da, da.
sister? You married?
No, I'm not married now.
Okay.
No. But I had my young children, so I had one baby, I had one in the pram, I had two next to me, and he was like, I'm going to stab you, and he was doing this, and I was like, you know what? The hardest thing for you to be in danger is to be in danger with your children.
Yeah, of course.
Do you understand? So I was so scared, and you know, I just carried on walking. He's following me. He was following me, I'm going to stab you, and he had a friend with him. She was going, no, don't. You know what? There's cameras here. That's what saved me. There's cameras here. You're going to get arrested.
He shouldn't hurt you because of
shouldn't have, yeah, because
because
cameras.
of cameras.
So,
No, well, I gotta say, you ladies are
because
strong,
she's
like
there.
going through situations like this, and still, like some women be like, you know, what, I can't do this.
There are lots of sisters
Scared of your life.
A lot of sisters have taken it off.
what I used-
Yeah. And I do get also pressure. People say, you know, well, why are you putting
You're
yourself
scared of
in
going
danger?
outside in some places.
Yeah. People say to me, why don't you just take it off and make your life easier? You're putting yourself in danger, da da da. I don't think so. I think that, and furthermore, sisters that don't wear the niqab get attacked as well.
Sorry?
Sisters that don't wear the niqab get attacked as
Also,
well.
how it's called in the law, innit?
we get it
This-
more.
this is our
The
test.
solution is not to take
It's not
it
the
off. That's not
And
the
also it's your
solution.
test, and everyone's got different tests, and you know, it's just
But
inshallah,
I don't blame sisters who
Makes
do
it
take it
easy
off.
for you.
I don't judge them. The ones because they're like, I would say 70% of my friends took it off. So we are a smaller
Because
group.
of your safety.
Because of the safety,
You
because
get
they
chased
feel,
by the guy
they
with
feel
the
like, they feel like.
Do you think that's gonna? Do you think
what's
they're
happened, I
gonna?
just
Do you
don't
think they're
go
gonna
out
ban it here?
I don't think they'll ban it in the next 10 years. Maybe in the future. I do think there's possibility in the future. I don't think now.
You never know.
No,
Maybe
but
next year.
Could be. I wouldn't say no, But I think it's highly unlikely because the British, I must say,
Quite
like,
loose.
are much better than other European countries in terms of they are. We have to be honest. You know, I'm glad that my mum came to England and not
crazy,
to Holland,
2019,
not to France.
stuff like this.
I'm glad. I don't
is
know.
bad.
Yeah, France worse. I mean, I've had a big incident in France as well.
Like
So I've had
Denmark
many-
and I think France
lots
was-
of I mean, I don't know why. I mean,
Also, too, they're okay with all this LGB, all this. You can do anything.
This is the thing.
We allow anyone. You could be gay, lesbian, whatever. But then when you want to do your own thing, and then they have problems.
do you know what I find? I find,
You know,
I find it quite ironic.
Exactly.
I find it
They say they
ironic
want
that
to do
they will
anything,
spend
be anyone.
parliamentary time, because you have to go to Parliament before you ban something. You're going to go to the Parliament, discuss it, and then pass the law on something like the Vail. And there's so many things like child poverty, like knife crime. Like if you look at in England, Muslims are 6%.
Over 6%.
From that 6%, how many are practicing? Let's say 2%. So from that 2%, how many of those are children and women? Yeah. So we're going to take say let's just say 1% of that 1% of 6% is a woman. From those women, how many wear the niqab?
Maybe 5% or
0.0.
1%.
Right. So people talk about banning the niqab, banning the veil. From 6%, we're like 0.2%
Or
of the
0.2%.
whole of the population of England
scale,
that
yeah.
wear the veil. Yeah. So it's like if you look at it, really, what is the push for banning the veil? Because we're not taking over England. You know, we're not. There's not masses and masses.
But
of
though, the same time you say
Indian
that,
veils.
but though it's so big the same time.
It's
If you get it to a
causing
certain,
some problem sometimes. My brother's friend owns a shop and it's a gold shop and his customers normally come with a veil and everything. One time, a couple customers came in, knocking the door.
they robbed the place in it.
straight with the veil. They robbed the
grab
place.
it.
Oh, they're men or women?
It was men at the end of the day.
Oh, you're trying
but-
to say, you know, when
That's
people
why-
come like
Okay,
armed
but
robbery and that.
even
they
even
come,
like
Yeah, a ballet club. That's
ballet
why.
and
but
that.
most
Then when you
most bank robbers or
Yeah.
Yeah.
jewelry robbers cover their face
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
didn't have so they didn't have the veil.
What they're
cover
trying to
their
say,
face.
you know how
veil,
they-
it
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
more
yeah.
innocent. That's what they.
But
that's
can't they
their
see the
argument.
bills? Couldn't they not see the build? I mean, I could tell a man from a woman.
Yeah, true.
Do you know
But
what
at
I
the same
mean?
time, they just want to make an
Maybe that's the
excuse in it.
agenda,
They want to make an
maybe
excuse.
that's
That's like
Maybe.
it's- they wanna
Maybe.
make it
I
like
do
a-
believe
it's like
they
a
could be.
debate here.
But again, we saying about the 0.2, 0.3.
Look.
But though, it's for some reason, look how big it has become though.
because-
Do you get what I'm
What do you
saying
mean?
to you?
No, I don't get it.
As in, like, basically, it's not a lot of women who wear the car, but at the same time, it's so public in the public figure.
But do you know what?
Do you get what I'm saying
There's
to you?
pockets of places in London of Muslim women wearing the veil. That's true, yeah.
No,
But if you look at North England, South England, Wales,
Yeah, 100%.
Scotland,
I know what you're trying to say, but I'm
we
just
don't
saying, like,
exist.
they made it so
think he's
big
trying
now.
to say
Yeah,
that
they polarised it.
I think he's trying to say that it was non-existent some years ago, and now it's becoming more.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Yeah,
the attention's
yeah.
always on Muslims.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
It has become more because in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, exactly. That's
We
what.
weren't
Yeah.
educated.
In the 70s and 80s, the Muslims that came here weren't practicing. They were very, very, very moderate. Okay, but what happened was they started to practice, and then so my generation started practicing, and then obviously their kids, and that's how it's
Yes.
grown. But we have to keep it in perspective. It's a very, very, very small amount of women that wear the veil,
100%.
and
I
the
agree.
majority of them
I agree.
are in London and Birmingham.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Outside of that, because I've travelled England. Outside of that, literally people stop their cars.
Yeah.
When I'm walking, like in Scotland, in Wales,
Cardiff,
they stop
yeah.
their cars and they look. They're not hostile, but like,
Yeah.
what is that?
There's an
That's
argument
really
that they're
rare.
trying to be proactive rather than reactive. They're trying to be proactive rather than reactive. Even though that there is only a small amount, there's an argument to say that they're trying to be more proactive to prevent what might happen.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, rather than be reactive.
Like it's an epidemic.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
they're probably trying to
yeah, but I doubt that very much because as time is going, so is with the internet world and internet life, and people are much more superficial. So I think where the veil is going to become less and less because the females now, it's more important for them how they look. Like none of my daughters wear the veil. I've got 4 daughters. Yeah, they
If
don't
your
wear the
daughter
veil.
came to you and asked you, Mum, do you think I should wear the veil or not? Would you recommend it?
I mean, because like I said before, I've got my religious views and I've got my practical views.
Yeah.
Religiously, I think it's wears you, it's fun.
Yeah.
But practically, in London now, no. Not for what they want to do. One wants to be a doctor, one wants to be an engineer. Do you understand? The other one's got her own business. So if she's going to stay in London to achieve success in her
go
position,
where they want.
unfortunately, she would not be able to do that wearing the veil. She
would
couldn't
you
go
say
into
to
medicine.
move abroad?
Sorry?
What would you say?
That's what they want to do. That's what they plan. They want to
exactly,
get. They
that-
want to
that's-
get their
that's
qualification and then leave.
something.
But they don't. It's not because they're not. I don't think any of my daughters are going to veil. It's not. That's not a choice that they've decided. Like I said, it's a choice. I've chosen to wear it, and I have no issue with my daughters not wearing the face veil. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's their decision, and I get it.
Why have you chosen to wear it?
Why am I
Again,
chosen
she
to wear
said
it?
through religious beliefs.
Thousands.
He just came in from nowhere.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Sorry, yeah, no,
It's fine,
sorry,
it's
I'm
fine.
just trying to catch up with
Yeah. I put it on like 24 years ago.
Is it because
It
it
was
says
a
it
relig-
in the book? Or
It was
is
just a religious conviction for myself. Yeah. It was something that I came to the
Okay,
decision.
you know what? If she wasn't wearing it, you know, like, is it an issue for you, or would you?
I think there's a discussion to be had.
Lady in the
You
veil.
know, if a woman's
Veil.
wearing a
Yeah.
bikini and she's wearing like, if a woman's wearing a miniskirt
Yeah.
and you can see everything, is that something to be also talked about?
Yeah, there's maybe an over-sexualized society, and I can see a burqa as a response to that.
But do you not? Do you
Because
not?
I'm saying,
do
like,
you
you know,
not?
you can't just say one thing and then not say the other thing. at the
Yeah,
same
no, I'll
time.
go with
Do you
both.
get-
I'll go with both.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean-
assuming that the advantage. I don't mind that it's written in the book. I want to know why it's written. Does it make sense?
It's not
that
written
it's
in the
written?
Quran. It's
it
down
make
to
sense?
the
Yeah,
interpretation.
does it make sense?
Yeah,
To you?
it's down
Does
to
it make- yeah.
interpretation. So I'm of the conviction of the interpretation that you should cover. There's two
Okay.
opinions. Yeah, there's one opinion that says you should cover everything but your face and hands. And there's the other opinion that says you cover everything. Yeah.
Got it. And
So-
I'm assuming that if God said that, and I'm not saying
Yeah,
did or
no, that's
didn't,
fine, yeah.
that
Yeah.
if, then there was probably a good moral reason
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know
So
what?
I'm
Funny
interested
enough,
what
there
the
is
reason
actually
is.
funny enough. There
Yeah?
is actually. There's a documentary of a TV I've seen where there's a woman wearing some leggings and like a short top, and she walked down the street,
Yeah.
and she was getting hurled abuse and she was getting harassed.
Yeah.
And there's another woman who's wearing the niqab, and nobody actually looked at her.
Right.
So there's two different definitions of, one woman which is not really covered up, and another woman who wasn't.
Yeah.
And she's getting hurled abuse, and another one which wasn't. So that says a
So
lot.
Yeah, it does.
my issue is where everyone's allowed to have a conversation and to discuss and talk about everything, every topic. But what I don't get is why strangers feel they have the right to have an opinion on how another person dresses. I don't get that,
Yeah, that's it.
especially if it's directed
Because
to Muslims.
I think that they feel like they can't approach you and speak to you.
Well, the thinking,
Why
and
do they need to
doing,
speak
why
to
do
you?
they need to talk to me unless there's a need?
Yeah,
I think-
because they
Do you get what I'm saying?
They've got questions like they've got questions about why the person's wearing is totally different from.
So if you feel you
a lot
can't
of
speak
people.
to me, you then feel like it should be banned. Not like you, in general. Like, if I see somebody with a certain look, I might feel like a bit
I feel I can speak to you.
intimidated.
My concern
I don't
is,
feel that they should
number
stop
one,
having that.
to what degree might somebody have told you to dress that way?
Okay.
Because I wouldn't be
So
happy
you're
if
worried
that
about my
was the
welfare.
case.
Okay.
Okay, so number two, then it's your free choice. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
And I think you have the right. Then my question is that the best choice you could make? And I
What you
wouldn't
mean,
try to,
yeah,
if it's
yeah,
your
yeah.
choice, it's your choice,
That's
and
fine.
that's sacrosanct, yeah?
then-
But now is it the best choice? I mean, like, for the
Why
example,
isn't it anymore?
choosing to smoke or not smoke
Yeah.
is someone's free choice, but you can still have a discussion about whether it's a good choice relative to not doing it, yeah?
But here's the thing.
You wouldn't go
I
to
tried
a
cut
stranger on
you.
the street and say, "Is that a great choice
Yeah.
you're smoking right there, mate?"
No, but at Speaker's
then-
Corner, it's a
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
viable
but
discussion to
but
have.
generally for me, I generally find that 95% of the conversations I have with people is about why I choose to cover my face. And for me, I find that really kind of like,
Annoying.
yes, it's like objectifying me. It's
Yeah,
like
I can
I
imagine
am
that's a
more
drag.
than just my veil. Do you
Yeah, no,
understand?
for sure, for sure,
I'm
for
not
sure.
just here. So also, this argument, are you forced? A lot of people that come with this argument are actually being hostile. So it's like, if you really felt sorry for me, if you really wanted to see if I was being forced and you wanted to liberate me, why are you being hostile? Like,
I'm
not
trying
you,
to-
no.
Okay, yeah, I get
in
it.
general.
It's
So
not
people
you,
will be like,
saying
why are you
general.
wearing that?
Yeah.
Are you forced?
Yeah, no,
Take
that's-
it off.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so now you're attacking me. You don't care about why I'm wearing it. What it is,
Agreed.
you want to
Is it
tell
the
me.
curiosity of not seeing her face?
Yeah.
I was going to ask.
No, it's not.
Is that-
Would you wear it if it's your choice?
It is my choice.
It is my
Because
choice.
See, this is what I'm
See what
saying.
I'm saying?
right.
You see?
But did you get what I'm saying?
See?
This is
If I-
what it is.
If I had
This
a
is what
pretty wife,
Yeah.
I'd wrap her in a bedsheet too.
But you don't really.
I'm not
What?
She's saying it is her choice. And
What did he say,
personally, I
what?
believe. Yeah.
I don't
You ask
believe.
some funny
Hello?
questions.
Okay, you mark based on what?
Yeah.
If she says it's her choice,
Guys,
then
the thing is
benefit
drunk,
of the doubt.
drunk guy.
Who's drunk?
You're drunk, bro.
I am not drunk.
What do you mean about wrapped hair? What do you mean wrapping in what?
I think she's covered up, innit?
Yeah, but we're about bed sheeting.
All right, if she had a diamond, would you want to show it off to everyone?
Yes, obviously. That's the whole point of buying it.
That was a bad
Are you
example.
going to come
buying
and show it to everyone?
Yeah, what's the point in buying it then?
I'm going to show it
Yeah,
to
thank
people.
you.
No, I want to show it to people. I want to see it. I don't want everyone to see
Yeah, I
what
want to
got.
rub it in your face
Because
as well.
people will come and rub it off
We
me.
don't
When
cover
someone
up,
comes
we
steals it
don't
off
cover
me.
up
Then again,
men,
no one's
cover
gonna
up
rob off
God.
You know what? I'm not going to listen.
Anyway,
So how many people are getting
it was
robbed
going
nowadays?
alright, yeah.
Huh?
It's going good.
It's going alright.
We're sorry, my interruption. Sorry.
We're trying to
guys.
agree that as long as the lady
Like I said, I don't
isn't
mind. I
forced
don't
to wear a
mind.
burqa,
But then the guy told you, this
Yeah,
is
but-
what
Yeah, but surely in some countries you have to.
Some countries, yes. In some countries, people are maybe heavily influenced to wear it, and that's not a problem. I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm saying is, when we're in the UK and I'm speaking English quite eloquently,
well, I'm very
and I'm
sorry.
saying no problem, I'm talking about you, and I'm talking to people and I'm saying to them, I'm not forced. This is my choice. They're closing their ears and they're saying, no, you're forced. You're doing it because of the men.
Yeah, but I just feel
Yeah.
sorry for the girls
You
that
don't need to
are.
feel sorry for me. Yeah, well,
Yeah, so do
campaign
I.
for them.
Why do you feel sorry for them?
Do you understand me?
Because they
Campaign
have
for
to wear
them.
it.
Yeah, I
They don't
campaign
want to wear
for
it, but they
them.
have to.
Who doesn't need to wear it?
hang on.
man.
Would
You're
you
not
agree there are
problematic.
some
I don't know
women
what the
who
fuck
probably
you're
are
Obviously,
forced?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm with you on
Like
that.
there's some
the women
women
who
that
are
are,
forced,
there's women that
that's not
suffer
forced.
domestic violence, there's
Yeah.
women that have been sexually abused.
But she doesn't seem to
Do
be
you
one of
understand
those
me?
women.
Don't worry,
Why
bro,
though?
relax.
Why what? I don't want to show my beauty. I've chosen not to.
Yeah, but why?
Because I don't want to. I want to keep it for myself and my
Yeah, but
husband.
what about the millions of women you see every day? Like,
That's their
and
business.
you only look once.
That's
for
their
God's sake.
business. Do you get me? It's like you've got your choice. You woke up today and you decided to wear that. Do I have the right to say to you why? Why did you wear that blue jacket today? I disagree. I don't think you should. I think somebody forced you to wear that.
Would you go up to a lady that's half naked and tell her, why are you wearing that?
No, I'd say, what's
Yeah,
your number,
might
baby?
Might do. Depends what she was doing.
This man's lost.
Why have a lot of Islamic countries?
Hey, let's go for another pint. That's all.
Islamic countries,
What are you going on about?
they're not
Because
there.
you ain't listening.
I'm listening.
You haven't
baby.
listened.
I'm
Somewhat
listening. I'm
Islamic
just looking from an
country,
outsider's
we would
point of
say
view.
Yeah,
Iran
listen.
The question
and
is,
Saudi,
would you
even though
respect
they're
her
not-
right
they're
to
not
choose
ruled
what she
by-
wants to wear?
Of course I would.
They
Of
didn't.
course I
Seems
would.
like it's a free choice.
Yeah, but in some places it's compulsory, isn't it?
No, not
Yeah, that's not good. We all agree that's not good.
Yeah, have some Sharia and some not. All the other countries are secular.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I agree with you that that's not
No,
good.
all the people.
You don't need to have to cover your full face.
Yeah.
Islam.
You don't
That's
just
fine, that's your opinion, that's fine.
But why your full
That's
face?
fine, because I choose to.
It's your choice.
I feel like when I read the ayah that says do not display your beauty, I believe that my face is part of my beauty. I don't think it's
Curiosity,
rocket science, so I cover it. Do you know what I mean? When people say you're beautiful, you're really pretty, the majority of the time it's not your
Good for you,
face.
babe. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Seriously.
You're welcome.
Good. Glad for you.
But like the ones who don't want to, doesn't have
Where
to.
does he say that you don't have to show your beauty?
No, in the Quran it says for women not to display their
Oh,
beauty.
that's for the debate.
And so
Debate
there's
time.
two,
Debate time.
There's two opinions. One opinion is face and hands.
You might need to shout a
And
bit.
one opinion is that the women can cover everything, leave just their face and hands. And there's another opinion that says cover everything. I'm of that opinion, but I don't spread it or tell people to do it. Do you understand? Like my daughters, I have 4 daughters, and I don't know why I'm saying this. I don't have to justify it, but I have 4 daughters. They don't cover their face. They've chosen
you
not
hear?
to. I
Is
have.
it because you think that like showing your beauty can tempt like men to?
Well, it's multifaceted. It's got lots of reasons. So, you know, one is temptation. One is that God told me to cover, so I cover. It's simple. I haven't always been covered. I chose to
Excuse
cover.
me, are you
at
married?
17. At the moment, no.
Was you?
I was married at one
What
point.
about your husband? Like, you don't know what he looks like till you.
No, he does. He gets to see you.
No,
before you
but I
get
mean,
married.
if you're single,
He
you
gets to see
have
you.
to wear it if you're not married.
Yeah. So what happens
So
is if
what
he's
about
into-
fucking
well,
shop
let me
when you
answer.
go-
Why are you swearing?
Huh?
You don't need to swear,
Sorry,
you swear,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
I don't. What are you swearing for, bro?
Yeah, it's
No
just, I'm
problem.
sorry. I said sorry.
Okay,
You didn't need to
so
swear though,
basically,
innit?
if a man wants to marry me, he says
Yeah,
go to
No, because what I'm saying is
family
he's a bit
member
drunk,
or
innit?
the problem.
You might
So,
get
like,
him
you
off.
don't really have
Finish.
time
You
to
ask
speak.
question and answer.
probably
Yeah?
not.
So you want to marry, so I'm interested in marriage with you. So we'd set up a place and I'll take my veil off. He'd come to my house or I'd meet him somewhere with my family, yeah? And we'd sit together and I would take off my face veil and see my face and my hands.
So based on what would they?
Don't that destroy it though?
Destroy what?
If you like somebody and it's intimate, if I like a girl and a girl likes a guy, why has the family got to be involved?
Because it shouldn't be on your I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know you're a
Where'd that
stranger.
come from?
Yeah, but still.
You could jump on me, you could murder me, you could rape
Say
me.
again.
She can hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now, what did you say?
This is how it works.
Say it, say it
What
loud.
works within Islam.
Yeah, but why-
You're
Say it
saying
loud.
why is there an extra person? Okay, because we don't.
Protection.
Women, Muslim women don't be with men just on their own until they're married.
Don't you ever feel like it?
Well, I feel like being my husband with a random man, no, because I don't know who you are.
Really?
No.
No, if you see Brad Pitt on the internet.
And even Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt could be a crazy person.
I can't entertain it anymore.
I know.
I'm not talking to you.
No, we're all
It's
part
fine.
of the
It's
thing.
fine.
It's fine.
But there's no temptation in Islam.
Of course,
no.
there's temptation. I'm a human being.
Yeah.
I've got desires. I've got
Yeah,
wishes.
exactly.
But I believe
So you
in my
have to fight
religion.
these desires.
Don't you fight
Your
desires? Sometimes do
biological
you not
desires.
see someone? Do you not see someone and you feel like you want to grab
Every
their bum?
day.
Right. So do
Every
you not
minute.
fight it?
This chick right here.
Right. So are you not
I'm not
fighting
going to do
it?
anything.
Right. There you go. Snap. Same for me. Why is it one rule for you, one rule for me?
I didn't say it was.
No, you
Look,
didn't. You
right
said,
now,
you're living your
if
life.
that was her boyfriend, he feel assaulted if you were to say that. Yeah. Look, would you not feel a bit? Don't you feel? Look.
Yeah, but
Look at
natural.
him.
Hold
Look
on.
at him. But your boyfriend behind you.
If
Look
he
at.
was my
He's
boyfriend,
saying
but if
otherwise
he was my
though.
boyfriend, do you think that if he sees any nice
no,
girl, he wouldn't
honestly.
feel anything?
Yeah, but
What it counts is the action. No, it's the action. You can control your action, but you can't control your feelings.
Agreed. Yeah,
The
that's
thing
really
is-
important.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't control myself. Okay, you've chosen not to cover. That's your choice. I've chosen to cover. That's my choice. He's just said that thing about you. So I feel that he's objectified you. I don't want to be objectified.
Yeah, but that was hypothetical. I wasn't
because they're
serious.
17
Just because he
years.
doesn't know
Hold on.
me.
I was.
You're still being objectified.
Yeah, but
You're still being
Ah,
objectified.
but not sexually.
No, actually, okay.
Very happy.
Okay, here's a left field
very
idea.
rare, it's very
Here's a
rare.
left field
It's
idea
just
for you.
sex the problem. It's part of life anyway.
Yes.
How
But
people.
hold, but
We're
this is what I'm
all
trying to say,
born
but
naked.
we all have the right to live our life how we want.
you
And
do.
I
So
fully
you've
agree.
chosen yours,
And I
I've
would
chosen
support
mine.
you.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you saw a lady in the
I'm
middle.
really curious. I'm just
Okay,
curious
no
the
problem.
reasons
Yeah,
about
same
it.
here.
Yeah.
I'm not
I never used to wear the
criticizing.
veil before,
No.
and I felt like I was being objectified a lot. Prior, before I was practicing, I'm talking to someone is there. I didn't like it.
So
yeah?
why don't
when
know
I
about
started
the
looking
veil?
about my religion, one thing at a time, and I learned about my religion and learned about the veil, and I put it on. I have never felt more free. Yeah. But then that's me. Do you understand me? That's how I feel. Yeah? I feel free. I feel like when someone's speaking to me, they're listening to my words and they are digesting what I'm saying, rather than getting distracted by whatever it is, whether it's my hair or whatever. But that's just me. Do you
If I have to
understand
be
me?
Yeah, but that
honest,
means that you're
if I have to
wearing
be
it
honest-
because you think the environment is very sexually
You know
oppressive
why?
and this
Because
protects you
I'm
against
being
it, yeah?
realistic. He just said he's standing next to her
Yeah.
and he's fighting his instincts.
I get it. So my
I
question-
think there's a bit of truth in what
So
he's
my
saying.
question-
You could do the same with you.
Half a joke is always reality.
What about the burger?
I mean, you got beautiful eyes. You could feel the same with your eyes.
Yeah, but it's
Doesn't
less.
really matter.
It's less. If I took it all off,
It's the same principle.
he might be attracted to my eyes, but believe me, if I took my veil off, he'd be more attracted to other
My
parts of my
question.
body.
My question.
But then, like,
So if all the guys here weren't so objectifying women so much, would you feel comfortable to not wear?
No, because the Creator, God, told us, because He created us, and He knows how we feel, that will never happen.
Okay, but if
Never-
it's just
never be as
if a
society.
hypothetically speakers corner, if hypothetically
All the men.
men stop looking at women in that objectively sexual
No one ever
way.
stopped though.
Okay, if a
Yeah,
hypothetical,
that's what I just said.
of course we don't.
Yeah, what happened?
if a hypothetical,
It's in our
that's
nature.
right,
It's
you're
human
allowed
nature.
to ask
Okay,
hypothetically.
hypothetically.
It's a way of testing your
priority.
priorities. Okay? If hypothetically that happened, okay, if you're on an island with only women, yeah?
I don't wear this from women.
Right.
She was just me and her.
Okay, this
I
is my
wouldn't have none of this
point.
on.
So your ideal,
If it was a known fact that she was a lesbian, I would verify it. No, she was asking a question. Why are you laughing? Okay.
I think everybody should try and achieve their potential, yeah?
it's apparently the problem is sex.
Yeah.
Which I don't see anything bad in that though.
Well, do you not
It's
feel you
just
get
sex.
objectified as a sex object
But you
maybe
know,
too much?
I'm
I
a
don't
human
know.
being as well. So
I agree.
I feel attraction as well for people, but
Yeah.
just I don't do anything because I respect myself and I respect people. You know,
Yeah.
it's just different. It's my choice, but still, if something I think is beautiful,
Yeah.
what's wrong with showing the beauty of it? I mean, people look for beautiful things, you know, or whether it is an object or a person, and also.
What's the problem with her looking like this though?
No,
Like,
no,
why
it's
is
not
the
a problem. It's just because. Also, I mean, you catch attention anyway, even if you're wearing this.
Attraction.
This-
Attention and
yeah.
attraction is different.
But what's the problem?
There are
That's the
men that-
question.
No, it's not a problem.
Is it like you dying to see her face?
I
Is
feel
that
like
what
I
it
feel
is?
like
No.
you're hiding something which is beautiful. Why?
Yeah.
But why though? But why can't she though?
She can.
Can't you
but
just
is
say, you
it
know
a good
what, I
choice?
respect
Is
that.
it a better
I
choice?
respect that.
That's
I'm
the
not
Then that's
question.
it then.
I'm not sure it
But
is.
you're
Is
not
it
forced to
better
do
or
that.
not?
But why? You know, like if
Why you as a
individual.
man don't cover your beauty then? I feel attracted
No, she's
to you.
good.
So,
I like.
no, answer to that. Why are you not covering your face?
That's relative.
We do cover ourselves. We cover ourselves.
Sorry.
We do cover
It's not
ourselves.
a religion.
Cover
It's not a
ourselves.
religion thing.
We do cover ourselves.
Yeah, but one
Cover ourselves.
cover your
in
face.
any two choices are
Why
going to
don't
have
women
equal
do
merit.
that?
It's very
No,
unlikely.
no, what I'm
I
saying to
believe
you,
in
we do
culture.
cover
Yeah,
ourselves.
you obviously believe you're making a better choice than her and vice
Because I
versa.
believe, I'm not her, and just genuinely, I believe that
cover
it
ourselves
is
from our legs,
sexually
our trousers.
You don't cover like
Yeah,
this
but
part.
that's different from
Yeah.
women and
That's what I
men.
believe.
I know, that belief
Why would
may not be
women
totally
feel like-
accurate.
Because
You
like
have
the
to-
principle
you
is
have
that
to-
women are like more beautiful than
Can I ask you?
men, more
No,
attractive.
what I'm saying to you is,
So what's
I gave an experiment what happened before, as in when I said it before already.
That's if they,
But it's
that's
the
what
woman.
they want.
Yes, but remember I told you before regards to the woman and the man.
Yeah.
Have you asked them that?
One woman, she was walking down the street and she was wearing leggings,
but these girls.
and she was getting harassed.
A lot of men, I'm not
Because she
sure
was
I
wearing
understand,
something
yeah?
provocative.
Is that,
So you-
she's
Let me
just
finish,
like
can I finish
that,
it?
but-
Okay, yeah.
And then one woman was wearing
The
something.
minute I go home,
dressed
I
so
take
barb,
everything off and I'm on my
couldn't see
jeans,
nothing,
leggings,
and nobody
whatever.
said anything.
I just wear,
So what I'm
if I
saying to you is
wear
there's difference
body
between men and
compresses,
women.
if I
Do you
do
get what I'm saying?
shorts,
So
that's what I'm
that woman,
wearing. It's
she
just
was
for
getting
me,
she
it's
was
a
getting
beauty.
abused.
When you see the woman in
So
Afghanistan,
if a
they're
man,
wearing that net,
like
yeah,
well
she's
dressed
only wearing
man
that
would walk
which
past her.
Generally, a man.
People think I'm at home looking like
No, that makes sense.
I understand the point, but
And also, number
men
one,
are more like,
you know,
they are stronger, so they can do more harm.
What I'm saying is, there is, we believe as women,
It's only indigenous in Afghanistan.
as a Muslim or Christian,
Why they do that?
there is a double side anyway.
Yeah.
There is
It's
a
down
double
to interpretation.
Women can bring the devil
Culture and interpretation of
men can bring the devil out.
When you want people to wear
the man is not
dancing
as a woman. Because that's how it is.
Just because you feel
I'm wearing what?
women
It's
are
high moral thing. It's moral. A lot of girls won't show their face. Girls won't show their face. So, I would rather one of them like you than going up and down the hop. And
If you wear a
the way the
burqa,
world's
I'm
going.
hoping she'll succeed.
If I would rather see my daughter walking up and down the hop and walk like hijab, obvious.
I think you know this is why I come. I come to great rallies.
You actually like me.
I hope so. I hope so. And I think people need to understand that you need to fight with feelings, like with feelings. Like you fight your.
Ready?
Did you get it? What's happening here?
Like, I told
Come take over everything from your
Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV. Listen.
I don't listen to BBC. This is just by a word. So when we're around, it's like this whole park full of people following one man. Now you have to ask yourself, is that a joke? Can someone make that up?
I think it may not be 100% accurate. Doesn't mean it's a joke.
So
It may have
how much percent? Maybe he had 1,000 people.